Good morning. Not financial advice, educational purposes only. Thank you, good Lord, for a new day to trade, and let's get started. So, I haven't looked at the screens basically any, so I don't know what's been moving too much. Got IOTR pulled up, but I'm not really interested in it. Be waiting for new pops at 7 o'clock, so be paying close attention to the new PRs that are coming out here shortly. $7 o'clock, we're getting some PRs. VRME, is that going to move? VRME. Nope. JANX is trying to push a little bit. And it's pushing. Let me see what's going on with I bet this has a tiny float. Oh no, it's a 800 million market cap company. So I'm not interested. So yeah, not seeing much yet. Matt likes I don't know who that is. Likes ROLR for the first green day after 3 red days. I wouldn't even know how to play that. ROLR. So it's had 3 red days now. 1, 2, 3. Interesting. I'll have to look him up. I'm not super familiar with him, or familiar at all. He works with sites. Got it. Yeah, I don't even know how to play those. I feel free to, because you're in the Discord, right? Yeah, I'd have to look that up. STT. Oh, probably the wrong one. STT. Wait, is this what you were saying? So as of now, I don't, still don't really see anything that's interesting. Oh, stocks to trade. I thought you were giving a ticker. So be aware if you drop three letters and they're abbreviated, I'm gonna type them in probably. Yeah, I'm not. That's why I'm not considering a short on IOTR. I'm more just watching it. But good call. 71% insider ownership. Oh, you good, John? I was just kidding, but yeah, I thought you were. But yeah, I've heard of stocks to trade. It makes sense. But oh yeah, anyways, IOTR, 71% insider ownership and 700K float. Already got the locates for that, so you owe him. Nice, 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 Denny. I've been up since like 5, but I haven't pulled up the charts till a couple minutes before the live stream. Trying not to do it immediately when I wake up. I used to set an alarm for 4 a.m. or like 3:55. I would wake up and barely alive trying to short the 4 a.m. pops. But I don't really short 4 a.m. pops anymore. Not saying I won't ever go back, but oh yeah, Alexandra, you see that? Nice. SXTP. SXTP. Give yourself some look at retest. Were they hard to get earlier? Jesus Christ, they're $157 for 1,000. But anyways, yeah. How's desktop doing? I haven't done it. As soon as I get all these live streams, I go right back to my phone. Because I need to test it. So yesterday was a busy day. So after I got off live stream, I didn't sleep very much the night before. So I just like took a nice little nap, especially after a successful trade. And then I kind of got behind and had to play catch up at work. So I want to test it outside of live stream, but I have everything set up. But I'm doing mobile basically. But I got to test it out a little bit after hours yesterday. Slow transition. I just hate that I can't be logged into both of them at the same time. I would just bounce between them. But like I can't be logged into mobile and TZPro at the same time. It's It's starting to feel like November, December. Most of January we've had plays by now, but all good. Yeah, I agree. That's been the biggest adjustment, but it's funny because I'm used to a crappy chart on mobile. I just don't even really look at the charts that deep. I don't even think I have. Yeah, I don't have VWAP, don't have any moving averages, don't have anything on my charts on mobile. But I have volume that I don't even use. But TZ Pro, like, that's, can y'all get like I can get VWAP on my chart, but like it's completely different than VWAP on TradingView. Yeah, I know, Alexandria, that's what I should do. I gave up on Pro, went back to TZ1. Denny, what's your main reason for that? Because I didn't dislike TZ1. I just didn't like that I couldn't figure out how to get around the auto send order. I don't want it to ask me any questions. I want it to just send. You have to check the box VWAP. Yeah, and I did that though. It's still different than my trading view. So maybe my trading view one's off. I don't know. TZ Pro, yeah. It's weird because like the mobile, I don't know. And y'all know how I feel. Like I made like my first couple $100,000 or whatever without VWAP or moving averages or anything on my charts. So it's not that I y'all know like clean charts, and I mostly watch like candle movement, price action. That's what I'm really drawn to. But since I started live streaming, I do like the trading view charts now. So I notice it's a little bit harder for me to trade without a trading view chart around now, where I used to just could care less about another chart. Weeble charts are nice. Yeah, they you talking about a desktop, right? Because mobile, I don't like their charts very much, but desktop, I think they use TradingView as well. Yeah. See if we get some 715 PRs. Probably unlikely, but probably won't see any more till 7:30. But yeah, it's going well though, the transition. I just, again, I haven't devoted enough time to getting used to it, but I'm gonna do it slowly. Transition. But I'm still gonna be a mobile trader, but for these live streams, since I'm sitting in front of a computer, I might as well just try. Especially since I might, when things heat up, I might start taking a tad bit more longs. And like short selling is forgiving. I feel like I don't have to get perfect entries to make money. Where going long, I think that's where um, desktop's going to really come in handy, because each cent is important. You look at Denny. He called this retest too. He called it when it was under VWAP. But the locates were too high, so I haven't been paying attention to it. Yeah, I reached out to TradeZero about that. They said it was going to be addressed soon, but I wouldn't hold my breath. IOTR, it's about to push, I bet, especially since there wasn't anything at 7 o'clock to steal its attention. Yeah, I'll have to try it again, Robert. I thought I did that, but I'll check again. But yeah, I'm gonna slowly transition. It's weird though, because I don't know. I want to do it, but then I don't want to transition, because it's kind of cool just to say I made, since 2023, like a large number just mobile trading. It's good for brand, good for branding, being a mobile trader, because it's unique. But I do notice though, the more that I watch TradingView charts, the mobile TradeZero charts aren't doing it as much. But again, I'm glad I learned that way without any moving averages, indicators, VWAP. It taught me a skill that I think a lot of people don't achieve, because they start using indicators and moving averages and VWAPs from the beginning, which is probably the smart thing to do, but kind of taught me just to watch price action, watch how the candles behave, let the chart kind of tell a story. It's hard to kind of put into words, but I think it was beneficial for me in the beginning. But now I think it's ill-advised to trade without any of that. I'm just saying, learning, I think it was beneficial. Just keeping an eye on IOTR until we see something worthy of my attention. How long did it take for you to get profitable? What's your story behind getting into stocks? It's a very long story, but I'll quickly go over it just for the sake of everybody else that's heard it before. Let me pull up one ticker, then we'll look at it. Or we'll talk about it. SXTP. It's got a tiny float though, so I'm gonna leave it alone. It's about to push too, it looks. Oh, this is the one that we were talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one alone. But how long did it take you to get profitable? So the first 3 years I was into longs, options, on small caps, longs and small caps, longs and large caps. Never did Forex or futures or anything like that, but was not consistently profitable basically the first 3 years. And then literally I just had this moment where I was like, bro, if you did the opposite of what you were doing, you would be banking. So then I always knew that short selling had a questionable reputation and everybody talked negatively about it, so that immediately strikes my interest. If people are saying it's terrible, it's usually not. I've noticed that in life, honestly. People, so I explored it and I was like, bro, this is like a cheat code. And look at SXTP. This is why I'm not trading it, but I'm not interested in a long either. I'm just observing. Wow, what a push. Wow, we're up to $4. So yeah, basically from the beginning, I was profitable. I got in at a good time and been profitable ever since, but there's been a lot of big losses along the way. I've lost 75K, I've lost 25K, probably 10 times, and now, so yeah, that's why I like doing these streams and sharing the things I've learned, because I learned solo. No mentor, no looking up courses. I should have. I'm not saying that's the way to be, but it's kind of how I am, hard-headed, like trying to learn things on my own. Now I trade much smaller, so I don't put myself in situations to lose 75K anymore, but nor do I keep a lot in my account. But the point is, yeah, it was a crazy, crazy little journey to get here. SXTP pulling back a little bit. But yeah, and the reason why I got into stocks, again, I didn't want to go into too much detail, but I had like a massive brain injury, like a really, like I couldn't work for over a year. I had cognitive behavioral therapy for like over a year. So I lost kind of my career. I was in the medical field, but forgot how to do it all, for lack of better words. Um, and so I had to explore other options, and eventually I got into trading. My W-2 career took off around the same time too, but um, trading is, my passion. Oh, I cashed out immediately with VERO. Yeah, I got out at 2. I wasn't risking this bouncing. I mean, that was a $3,400. I looked it up after the live stream, so it was $3,400. So yeah, I'm gonna secure that bag. So it's yeah, I usually don't say how it happened. Maybe it's I say accident intentionally. You know what I mean? Because it's a it's a questionable story. It wasn't a car accident. How do you how do you stay afloat these 3 years before profitability? So I took out again, you're about to hear some degenerate. It worked out now. I mean, I'm on the good side now. I don't recommend anybody else doing this, but borrowing money, taking out loans. Like now I have a good career, so I could have funded it that way, but at that time I didn't. So borrowing money is how I meth lab exploded. Oh, that should be my story. No, it's a dumb story. It was a I made a bad fall, and it on a stairwell, and my buddy, he was with me, and again, going back to the medical field, he was like, I don't know how he worded it, but I hit my head. Long story short, I hit my head really hard, and he was like, I can't remember how he worded it. Was like, bro, we got to take you to like where you work or what. Some he worded it some weird way, and at that time, like I went back like 5 years. Cause see, I was working at the local hospital, and I was like, why are you taking me to Pizza Hut, bro? Like, why would you? because that's what I was working while I was in college and stuff. So immediately after I hit my head, I went back like 5 years. Crazy story. Forgot my wife, forgot my job, forgot my education, forgot all that. I don't talk about it too much because it's one of those stories is like hard to believe. It's like, is this dude telling the truth? But you know, it was a weird story. A dark story. It's hindsight, I survived it, but it was a dark time. Really difficult to control emotions and stuff because the way I hit and what it did to my brain. So I had to get on like anger medication and antipsychotics and all kind of stuff. JFBR. But I wouldn't trade that for anything. That changed me. It made me a better person. I just view life differently now. So we're getting a little pop to the 200s on the 5 minute. This is not really a major entry criteria for me though, but we are getting a little pop here. Again, I mean, this might not be, you know, a bad play, but I'm gonna let it push to at least $1 and I might consider it. But it has a decent amount of range over the past. Yeah, see, it's gotten all the way up to $1.90. And we banked on some plays similar to this. I mean, this is basically what Vero did. Remember, it went on the run, then made a little bounce. But I would like to see it push to about $1 first. Could it fail here and I miss a flush? Absolutely, but I don't want to get in too early, so I'm gonna wait for it to push. And these less than dollar tickers are just so expensive to like, with commissions, I mean. Thanks for the honesty. Yeah, I usually don't tell the truth, like the whole, not that I lie, but I intentionally just say accident because it's kind of an embarrassing story. Like it's not a cool, like intense story. It's just like recklessness. It's crazy how quick something can happen. I mean, just you know, just hanging with the hanging with the bro, just doing, you know, no telling what we were up to. I can't remember it. Can't remember it. So, but I don't think we were doing anything that crazy. No. Yeah, bro shit. That's a good way to put it. So JFBR, I'm still watching it. I'm waiting for it to get to $1. 94 cents might have been a good entry, but that's random. So I would have never guessed that. So I'm gonna wait for it to push, see if it pushes to $1, and I might consider it. But 7:30 is 2 minutes away. Maybe we'll get us a play. And it's funny because I think that's why me and the Friendly Bear related more than expected to whenever I went on his little podcast, because he had the brain surgery, a little different. I mean, very different, but then I had the brain injury, and we both became pretty successful short sellers. So I wouldn't even know if I put myself in that category yet. I still got a lot to prove. I mean, I've been profitable for 3 years now, but he's been in the game a little longer than I have. $7:30, so we're getting some PRs coming out. Hopefully we get some moves here. I wonder if SOPA is going to move. I'll keep my eye on this one, but again, oh, SOPA is pumping. Okay, so let's find somewhere on the chart where, and this one has so much range. Jesus Christ, this one likes to run too. Look at the daily. Makes this little pop insignificant. See, Danny Burns, I'm not surprised. This ticker has crazy range. And like you'll see that occasionally, but this one has pushed 7 million float too. Disaster of a company. No cash. And they use the word 371 billion in the PR, but the investment's 8.8 million, which is not, I mean, it's still, you know, 8.8 million, but it's not that massive. But yeah, I want to see this one push more, guys. Sorry, like I'm not just going to jump into this one right here. I want to see it push more. Y'all are welcome to find a spot, but I might wait on this one. I got too many levels on this thing. I need to delete some that don't make sense. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up missing this one, but again, I wanted to see it push a little more. And you're probably noticing that I'm not jumping in as many because I'm still filling out the market. Like I can't decide if it's getting back cold again, if it's warm, if it's hot. I feel like it was hot and it's kind of cooling down a little bit. There's still big plays, don't get me wrong, but last week I had probably my toughest time in 6-7 months in pre-market last week, so I'm a little cautious about getting into some of these too early. So I'm going to miss some plays. So if you see if it seems like I've changed a little bit with how quick I am to get in, I have, because I don't want to go red for pre-market. I basically did all last week. NITO pushing. Okay, it's a decent pop. Ooh, see, this is more like, so there's clear levels on it. 250. Okay, I'm grabbing locates. Got my entry. 245, killer entry. I think. Time will tell. Uh-oh, let's see. Don't break it, bro. Don't do it to me. What's the float on this one? Baby float. So it just broke up to 260. It couldn't hold though. So, ooh, it's running. It hasn't closed above it yet, but I trimmed down my size in the 250s just in case. NITO. Still in it, but don't love it. Small float. So I'm probably going to stop out if it gets much higher. I've already gotten back down to half my shares. I like this level though, so I might re-add them up here though. Let's see. 280. I just added back my shares I cut there. Let's see if this was the right move. Again, tiny float, guys. 1.5. Oh, there we go. I'm back green now. Or break even. I shouldn't say green. Break even, but now I'm a little red. So my average is 259 now with that ad. Okay, now I'm in the money. So I want to see if it falls now. went right to that 280. So I trimmed, took a little loss, but now I'm back in the money. So I'm gonna see if it falls a little here. What's the news on this thing? I probably should already check that. Positive in vitro results. Oh, we're back to 280. So if it breaks this, I am gonna get out. Oh, this one's pushing. All right, I'm gonna get out of this one, I think. Trim back down. So I'm back to half my position. This one's beating me up a little bit. Oh yeah, I got. If it holds over 3, I'm just gonna get completely out, so it doesn't rock me any more than it already has. Luckily, I only entered 1,000 shares on this, but I'm gonna add back here in the 270s. Okay, back in the money, but I took some losses on it already, but let's see if we get this fade here. The reason I'm not giving up on it is because I probably should, but it's having trouble holding above those levels, that 280. See that flush there? I trimmed out of some, but still think there's a chance it breaks down here. But let me look at the news a little bit better. So, but back in my full 1,000 shares. Luckily, I didn't go too heavy with this one because I've already stopped out twice. Nice, 3 to 260. Let's go, bro. Nice job. I want to see it crack here. I don't know if it's going to. I don't think the news is that great. But it's got a small float on it, so anything can happen. But I'm gonna let this thing beat me up again, watch. I don't know, I think that's a decent level though at 280. Okay, back in the money. I need a decent flush here to make this trade worth it though, so I wish I would have just scalped it from like 3, basically what you did, just trading 3 to like VWAP, but I'm trying to hold, see if it cracks here. I think there's a chance. Come on, let's see a little crack here. I'm down. Oh, that's not bad. I only lost 265 on it. I thought I lost way more than that. So I don't need that big of a move. But I might be waiting for something that might not happen. So let me see what the 1 minute looks like. It's kind of stuck under VWAP. But again, anything can happen. But I feel comfortable holding this one, seeing if we get a little bit of a crack. It might need something else to steal attention first, but my average is 261 now, so I'm not too far from making up what I lost. So hopefully I don't regret that though. This thing wants to push. If it gets back to 278, I'm adding some more shares, and I'm gonna just have a tight stop on those. It keeps failing there, but it might not get there again. So I'm gonna see if we get a little flush on this one. So I added some more at 275. And then I have another order waiting at 279. There we go. It just got filled. So if this, I really need this to fail here. Again, y'all know I like taking longs off when the 9 and the VWAP align. I don't know, I just have good luck with that, so I'm a little nervous it's about to approach that. So let's see what happens. I got a quick stop above 280 for these extra 1,000 shares I added. Your locates on NITO was multi-use. Yeah, I think so. I have gotten more since we've been trading, so. And they were pricey, by the way. The last 500 I grabbed were probably, I paid too much for them. I think they were like 18 bucks. Dang, I think this thing's gonna push. Crap, it did. So I added another 1,000 at 3 bucks, and I hope it fails or I'm gonna have to cut quick. I think I'm gonna get rocked on this one, honestly. So I got my cover ready just in case. Oh, it just broke a new high. So I added another 1,000 at 299. I think this is probably about to push though and rock me. Let's see. Yeah, I'm starting to trim out of it before it just like completely destroys me. Still in full position though, but I'm thinking about should have closed it when I got under VWAP, but I'm gonna see if we get a flush back to VWAP here. I'm kind of just being hard-headed with it because when I was in the money, I should have just got out instead of trying to get it all back in one trade. I'm gonna trim a little here just in case it does bounce one more time. I need to play a little more defensive than I am. So I trimmed way down on that drop. Because it's basically got out at break even right there, and compared to being down 900 bucks like I was just a few seconds ago, I'll take it. So I'm only in 1,500 shares now, and I might trim some more watching price action here. Yeah, I'm being super hard-headed with this one. I've gotten so many times to get out without too much damage, and I'm wanting it to break down. And deep down, I don't think it's going to break down immediately. But I got my share size way down, so even if it pushes now, it's not going to sting too bad. But I'm only down 317 on this play right now, and now I'm in the money. So let's see if it breaks down here. In 1,500 shares, so I need a decent drop to make up for it. And I could get out here and not try to get it all back, but I'm gonna be a little hard-headed. Because my average is in the 270s now, so. But I don't think the news is that great. The only thing that scares me is the float size is a little small. Because it's preliminary data. Yeah, and they want to advance towards preclinical study. So they're not even at preclinical study. So this news is like so overhyped. But again, these stocks can be irrational. We know that. And tiny floats have been hot. So let's see if I get my flush I've been waiting for. Okay, I added back here. You'll probably think I'm insane, but a really tight stop on these shares. I literally set a stop limit right above them. I wanted to get more size just in case it breaks down here. And then if I'm wrong, it just stops me out super quick. So only risking a few cents to potentially catch a bigger flush. Let's see. It's one of those, like, if I'm wrong, I only lose a little. If I'm right, I could really add to the flush. So let's see how it plays out. There we go. It's working out so far. Because it was I think it was a 272 ad or something. So up about 300, basically back to where I lost, but now I want to see if this thing cracks for the stress it put me under. Could bounce though. Again, like I said, being a little hard-headed with this one, but I want to see if it cracks. It's worth the risk to me. Because I got a quick stop if it gets above 280. Let's see. Dang, the 5 minute I don't like though. That's a pretty bullish looking. That's a pretty bullish looking well, how the buyers basically got it back above VWAP pretty easy. BDRX is moving. Maybe it'll steal attention away. And for whatever reason, it did not stop me out of that. So I got to look at, oh. No, it didn't stop me out. Why did that order not go through? I mean, I'm glad it didn't go through, but you don't have enough shares for this order? Do I already have another stop limit order? Anyways, I'll pull up BDRX. Keep an eye on it. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go back to NITO for now since I'm in this one. But yeah, this one's been a little frustrating. Added a little bit more. Added a little bit more at 279 now. So again, being hard headed with this one. I need it to break down, but I'm being aggressive with it, and I'm okay with that. So it might bite me here in a second, but so I'm decently in the money now. But again, I want to catch a crack on this thing. I wish 8 o'clock was a little bit closer for money rotation. There we go. We're getting close. All right. I'm back to, I'm gonna trim a little here, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna trim a little here. Cause I got back up to 3,100 shares. I don't know how I got to that number. So trimmed a little in the 250s. And then I'm gonna hold 2,100 to see if we get a flush here. But again, it might not happen until something else steals attention. But I did trim a grand here. There we go. Okay, I'm up 600 bucks now. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I trimmed out of 1,500 shares there in the 240s. And then still holding just in case we get a little bit more of a flush here. Could bounce, but my hard-headedness paid off. Trimmed a tiny bit more, so now I'm only in 1,000 shares. Let's go. Yeah, I see y'all's comment, and I haven't been looking too close at the comments because when I'm in the middle of a trade that I think might go against me like this, I'm pretty focused on it. But yeah, I'm not going to pull up any other tickers just yet. But SXTP is moving. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I got 1,000 shares. I still think there's a good chance I get a flush here. So that's why I'm kind of locked in. But I already recovered my minor drawdown. And these runners are just see if we can add some more green to the play. I think if we break, because yeah, if we break a new low here, I think it could flush at least to like 210 or something. What's the one? This the 1 minute? What's the 5 minute? Oh yeah, we could at least get to probably like 220. But again, nanos, tiny floats have been super hot. Not saying they're not always hot. People like to pump low floats, but lately it's just been super hot with these guys. So anyways, I can breathe a little bit better now. So I'll read through some of the comments. Let's see. Okay, cool. I didn't really see anything I need to comment on. Besides y'all telling me to cut. Didn't listen. But at least y'all could see how like manage it. You know what I mean? Cut, add back when I get more confidence, cut. Like, again, that's the part that's hard to teach because I do take risk. I do acknowledge some can go against me. Like, that's just part of it. But this one worked out in my favor. And I'm waiting for one more crack on it. I like where we're hanging out. I'm feeling good about this. Like, if 8 o'clock, there's some decent news, this thing is cooked. And it's already starting to look cooked, honestly. There we go. We break. There we go. We're about to make our next leg down, I think. So even on these 1,000 shares, I'm up about 350 on these alone. So trimmed a couple hundred there. Probably should have trimmed more, but I want to see if it keeps fading. So only 800 shares now. And I don't think I'm going to touch these. I'm going to try to forget about it, honestly. Well, if it gets to 220, I'm going to close probably, but I'll try not to trim too much before then so I can catch a decent move on it. And it could recover too, guys. I'm not saying that this one's over, so I just want to be clear. I'm not declaring victory, but I do think we're going to see it potentially fade a little more. But anything can happen. What is your average? Is that like my my average? It's 274.8, 2.748. But I did stop out a couple times. So, and then re-added higher. So it's probably looks better than it really is. You know what I mean? But I recovered those losses at least. So. Oh, that is J Money. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't see J Money back. Yeah, Joshua Johnson. The funny thing is, I was like, I think that's J Money earlier, but I was like, I don't think it's J Money. We miss you in the Discord, bro. BDRX, Kurt said. Yes, pushing. Thank you, BDRX. Oh my gosh, that's a strong move. I'm out here trying to fight through my trauma. Shouldn't laugh at that, but I feel that. I feel that. Dang, BDRX. Yeah, I don't like anything on the daily, to be honest. So this one will kind of be guessing. So 1 minute till 8 o'clock. And I'm going to slam it if it gets a VWAP again. Now that it's almost 8 o'clock, see if we get some money rotation. Eight o'clock. I added some at 255 because I'm a degenerate, I guess. I kind of got in early, so I added a little at 255, and then I'm gonna add some more at 269.
ONCO SOPA.
Anything moving? VVPR. It's got a decent float on it. Ooh, I might like this one, especially since the float's a little high. 200's at 350. The EMA, I would love for it to get there. What is the news on it?
VVPR.
I don't really like the news though. They're acquiring, again, these partnerships and acquisition news have been kind of pumping lately. So I don't want to get in this one too early. So I want to see if this one pushes a little bit more. And it could flush and I missed a good play. I seemed to pick the wrong ones today. The one I got in ended up being a fighter. So I do like that the float's big on it. But again, some of these partnership acquisition type news have been holding out pretty good. So I want to see it push a little bit more. NITO is still falling. I wanted to get back to VWAP, but I added some more at 255 regardless. So let's see if it keeps going down. Nice little flush on it. Oh, here we go. NITO. Let's go. So I'm going to cover those 1,000 I added. I haven't did it yet though because it's still falling fast. Okay, now I just covered 500. Now that we're in 220s, I'm gonna cover 500 more. There we go. Money rotation for the win. That's why I love short selling. I get bailed out. Like again, like I said, I don't even think I'm that great of a trader, but with shorting, you just get bailed out all the time. Up $569 on the day. I'm completely out. Just in case it bounces here, and I'll consider playing it again. But I think it could keep falling much more. So VVPR ended up being a pretty clean little fade from $3. So hopefully y'all were not as skittish as I was with it. But I wanted to see it pump a little more. I didn't got out this thing too quick. I held for that long and I'm gonna miss the big flush probably. But I'll take it again.
Again.
That was super weird. I said again, then OGEN is moving now. So let's see what this one is. Oh, it's a fake out. SXTP. No, I'm not interested, but I think NITO probably, yeah, it's going to just keep falling. Now that's broken through this level. It's probably just going to keep falling. But again, I'm cool with it. Like I was down $400, now I'm up $500, so that's a $900 swing. I'll be happy with it, but I think this thing is cooked now, probably. Denny, you keep trying to get me to get into SXTP with these locates. This one makes me nervous. This is feeling pretty extended though. So it might, I mean, usually when it does this, like this move right here, it pushes hard, then it comes back to VWAP. So it could come back to VWAP, but this one scares me to be honest. I'm probably gonna leave it alone. Dang, I decided to short the one that put up the most fight, it seemed. Dang, look at NITO. I should have left some runners on this thing, but that's all good. It's going back to the 200s here. SXTP pushing. Watch ASBP. Missed this one too. It wasn't up that much though. Only about what, 15%?
SXTP.
I think this thing's about to squeeze up. I'm like thinking about getting it back at if NITO pushes back to the 9, I might get an entry and write it back down. SXTP HC. Oh, the underwriter. Yeah, I just don't want to get my face ripped off before then. But I do like that when it makes the push, there's like literally no follow through. It just like wicks up and then it comes back down. But I'm not shorting this one. That's your skill, Denny. I'll let you do that. You're probably better at it than me. With some of these extended plays, like I want to get in it, but I don't know. Any CMEG broker users on your Discord going short mainly?
Again.
I don't know. I don't even know what that means. CMEG. OGEN. Why does it keep saying that? Oh, Capital Markets Elite Group is an international broker firm for providing advanced trading platforms like DOS and Sterling. Got it. Yeah, there's definitely some people that use. Okay, I'm gonna get a little position in NITO with a tight stop.
Again.
Bro, why does it keep telling me about that one? Like,
FEDU.
okay, took a little position on NITO, so I want to see if it rejects here, and then I'm gonna keep writing it down because again, this news was trash. I mean, it's like, what was it, like? Not even preclinical. We haven't even gotten to preclinical, so I'm in it. Tight stop though, over 240. I'm stopping out, and then I'll re-add maybe at VWAP if I want to play it some more. But got in at 230. I added 1,000 shares at 232 and 500 at 233. So we're starting to get a little bit of a flush here. So hopefully it keeps going down. Up about $100 on it so far. I'm kind of hoping SXTP just keeps pushing and stealing attention, because I know I'm not going to short this. So SXTP has 200 SMA at 656, maybe long after a pull. Yeah, no, I yeah, you're right. It'll probably end up getting there, honestly. What platform do you use that announces the tickers that are moving? It's Trade Ideas. I have a link for it in my
SXTP.
description. And if you want to, how I have mine built out, because it's a kind of a complex Trade Ideas, like you can get very granular with it. But I have a few that I use, the 200 and the quick pops like this. If you ever do decide to pursue it, reach out to me. Instagram's probably the best way, since you can't send direct messages on YouTube, and I can share my how I have mine built out. You can just upload it. There's like a downloadable file. DDC acquisition of additional 200 Bitcoin. That's a decent amount of Bitcoin too, but
Hoth Therapeutics delivers 100% clinical response with 50% reduction in disease severity in open-label PK cohort of EGFR-treated cancer patients.
okay, that was an accident. I got the wrong news turned on, because I have my prediction market. I'll talk about it in a second, but HOTH just released some news too. The reason it spoke, I just forgot to turn my volume on. Oh, if we get, okay, this one's not a bad play. By the way, NITO's at 219. Let's go. I'm up about 220, well, 190 on it roughly. But it's bouncing back and forth. But HOTH, if it pushes to the 200, I'll play this one. Well, how was the news? 100% clinical response with 50% reduction in disease severity. Yeah, I'll play it. I think. Okay, it's pushing. I'm grabbing locates. What's the float on this one? Oh, I'm too slow. Look, it rejected right off of it, but I'm too slow. 15. Oh, I should have got in that thing, but all good. All good. And ITO trying to push back up a little bit. Probably should have trimmed some there. But I'm just going to hold it in the background. But if it does get above 234, I'm not going to like that, because then it's like almost the trend's changing to go up. But just going to write out these 1,500 shares, see what happens. I got my stop a little over 240. Uh-oh, Donald Trump's name's in a PR. PSQH. Donald Trump Presidential Library selects PSQ Impact as chosen digital fundraising platform. That seems significant. What's the float on this one? I could see with his name being in it, this could probably rip. Dang, it's got a 32 million float though. I'm not shorting this. I was thinking about it long, but if it had like a nano, if this was a nano float, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million share, I would have already probably entered along. But since this is 32 million, it's probably not going to pump. But I think the news is pretty decent. Dang, I didn't stop that in ITO. So let's see if it pushes up a little bit, 250. I'm going to re-add. Actually, I'm going to re-add right here. And then I'm going to add some more if it gets to 250. Being a little hard-headed with this one. I have been from the get-go. So, but I think this one's weak. So I'm going to add a little at 249. And then if it gets to VWAP 255, I'm going to add my last little stab there. But I got stopped out at 241, added back at 245, and we'll add again at 249. I just think it's going to just keep fading. I feel like I haven't been missing plays today. Haven't really traded the best, but it's still luckily green though, so I'll take it. SXTP is... This one's interesting how it's hanging out up there. Like, I don't know if it's going to push, if it's going to retrace, but I'm not interested in shorting it. Yeah, I was, thanks for the heads up about the 1 minute. I mean, this time it was intentional, but I'm gonna add at 249 if it gets back up there. There we go. Just got filled. Let's go. I like this entry. So let's see if it gets to VWAP for my last entry. $255 is my next and last entry. I have a very, very hard time believing this thing's going to recover. So if it gets to 255, I'll be at 3,000 shares. But yeah, PSQ, like I said, I thought this was decent news, but with the float size, I don't know if it's going to run. Nice flush on HOTH. I missed the entry on this one. So back up a couple $100 on this one. So let's see if we just get, I just got in a little early, but I do think it's going to keep flushing. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So we'll keep falling. I haven't been staying super close to the chat today. My bad, guys. No, y'all haven't said too much. Cool, cool, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna hold this one, see if we get a little bit more of a flush on it. But up a couple $100 on it. Let's see if it keeps fading or if it tries to put up a more of a fight. It's fighting more than I was expected though, but that's okay. PSQH moving. Yeah, again, I think this one's super bullish with the news, but with the float, I'm just not confident it's going to push super hard. I definitely am not considering shorting it though, but for a little bit, I was thinking about taking a long on it, but I'm not with the float size. But yeah, this thing is some of the better news I've seen in a while, or like regarding pump material, Donald Trump's name in a PR, and crypto, and there's just a few things that I'm not surprised this one's pumping a little bit. But the float size is going to hold it back a little. Up about 300 on NITO, but again, oh, there we go. I might trim some here. I'm close to almost $500 up in it now, so I'm gonna trim a little here. If I SXTP is probably gonna keep ripping. Look at it. It just looks like it's getting ready to. What does the 1 minute look like on it? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a bounce here soon. But again, not confident take a long. NITO is doing what we wanted it to. Keep dropping. Trimmed a little at 227. And then I'm gonna leave some of these runners. It's wild, it's 8:23, I only played one ticker today. Didn't really play it that well either. Yeah, PSQH. Intuition on point today, but again, I would have loved, because I've been kind of chumping it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a bear, and I will be a bear forever, I think. It's in my name. I kind of have to now. But when things heat up, like, it's kind of ill-advised to like not, take a very, very obvious long. I didn't see, this one wasn't very obvious because the float deterred me, but I am on the lookout going forward. If there's certain things, I might look into it. More than I have considered in the past. That's basically what I'm saying. 128, the 9, and that's on the 1 minute though. Let's see. Oh yeah, the 5 minute looks super bullish on BSQH. Oh, let's go NITO. Let's go. I'm gonna trim a tad bit more here and just leave a few runners. Slaviku. SVACW is warrant, so I'm not interested. So up $900 on the morning from this ticker. Was down 400, up 900. I'll take it. This one stressed me out a little bit though, I'll be honest. I thought it was gonna rip on me for a second. I was being hard-headed with it, so. SXTP. What a surprise, it's ripping too. At least I avoided the bad ones. I'll take that as a win. And it's pushing. Where's the 200 at? Is there a level up there somewhere for SXTP? I don't know. I haven't looked at the daily, but 650 is a 200 moving average, so it'll at least probably hesitate around there. It could fail. I mean, it could fail there, but I think it'll at least acknowledge that. So I think there's a chance that, again, I'm not good at long entries, but I'd be surprised if it doesn't get there. And we're pushing towards it now.
Sveiko.
We got some warrants pumping over there. SVACW. I'm not pulling it up though, but the warrants are up 150%. But yeah, this one's so extended right now. And not saying it can't keep pushing, but what is PSQH doing? Kind of. Yeah, I think this float's going to hold it back. Just tickers that's had 30 million floats, they're just not pumping right now. They are not pumping. It's these nano floats, these micro floats, these pretty small floats. It's been what's hot. I went ahead and just closed out my NITO. 224. And it made it. Well, basically made it. But again, y'all know I like to short at this level, but there's a lot of things I don't like about this one. Could it reject here and never recover? Yeah, there's a good chance. But it's just kind of getting most of the attention now, and it basically has a 1 million flat float. Like it's tiny float. I feel like Discord's booming right now. I don't know if y'all can hear that. What's going on? Oh no.
Sveiko.
Fran, are you on? Oh no. No. Someone in our Discord left an open position on SXTP, a short position. Jesus Christ. Forgot about it. It's the wrong one to do that with. So 8:30, see if we get some new PRs coming out. I'll hang out a little bit longer since I only traded one trade. I'm not going to force anything, but if something presents itself, I'll get into it. I missed the message earlier. CT. Oh, it's pumping too. I'm glad I didn't see it earlier. HCTI. Yeah, I've been. If I don't see something, feel free to follow up with me. Sometimes I don't see them. This one's pumping. The first real strong level I see is $1.38 though. What's the story with this one? Yeah, that's kind of why I want to try one of the prop firms for tickers that I don't want to blow my account up with. So HCTI released news 21 minutes ago, signs a definite agreement. See, this is what I'm kind of talking about, the partnerships, the acquisitions, the definite agreements. Like, they seem to have been pushing a lot more than I've noticed in the past. So I've been a little cautious. There's a lot of things I'm cautious about right now, if you can't tell, because again, when I have, like last week was my worst week in pre-market in a long time, like I reflect on these things, figure out what's happening. So I saw that a lot of these partnerships, a lot of these nanos, a lot of these certain traits were things that I didn't do well with. So when I see them now, not saying I don't trade them, but I just have my guard up a little bit more. So with this one, just kind of in no man's land, just pumping, I don't want to enter here. My first entry might, would probably be $1. Just don't want to get in too early. And again, there's a lot of y'all that's been around for a while, like y'all probably seeing the growth. I used to just like scale into these, and it worked. It works very good most of the time. But I feel like this one's just in the middle of nowhere, so I'm gonna just wait. If I miss the flush, I miss the flush, but it is pretty extended, so it's tempting, but I'm gonna let it see if it keeps pushing.
Sveiko.
Yeah, and I agree, and the news seems decent too, because it's not it's an actual definite agreement.
HCTI.
I might try it at $1 though. Tight stop, and then revisit it at 138. It's just so extended right now. But again, the news seems relatively decent, so I'm not going to enter heavy here. I'm gonna try like a little quick win on it if it gets there. Grabbing my locates now. Got an order waiting at 98 and 99. Then I might put one at 105 too, just in case it does, how they kind of like wick above it quick and then fail. Try to get a good entry. Might not get the fill. Might fail here. And this is why y'all know you'll see me kind of scale into these positions sometimes before it gets there. But with this one, I don't want to do that. So I want it to at least get up to about 98 cents. I might try it at 95 here, if I can get it at 95. All right, got a little small entry on it, but again, small because I think it's going to visit the $1. So I guess I am going to casually scale into this one. See if I catch a little flush back to VWAP. I'm not very heavy, like I said, but I like that the candle's red now, but I still wouldn't be surprised if we visit $1 before we potentially flush. What was the no way from? Just trading. So I'm up about 10 cents on it. I wish I would have added size. I got in at, well, I got in at 94 cents. So up about $100 on it now. Covered half. We flushing. And this is why I like to get it a little early. Like when it works, it's beautiful, but whenever they keep pushing, it hurts. You know what I mean? So I'm completely out. I just caught my like 10, 11 cent flush. It might bounce here at the 9, the 1 minute on the 9, so I got out. But there's also a good chance it goes all the way back to 70 cents too. So, but I'm gonna hang around a little bit. I think there's a chance it could bounce and keep visiting the $1, but we might keep flushing here. Look, let's see. And this is a good sign if this type of news isn't really holding up. You know what I mean? So that's what I've been focusing on a lot, is just watching how the market responds to this news, certain news, because again, I start reflecting when my trading isn't as hot as it's been. And I think I ended up still having a green day every day last week, but again, like it started off so brutal though in pre-market. I was getting rocked almost every day. PSQH still pushing. Yeah, if this had a tiny float, this thing would be up $1,000 or 1,000% right now. But maybe not 1,000, but probably 500. Yeah, I'm probably exaggerating, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was up 200, 300, 400 on this news. So if it was a tiny float, and I would have jumped in that thing, but still pushing. Yeah, PR 12. I'm probably going to get one of the trade the pool accounts. You know how Ross and some of these other people do like small account challenges? I'll do some little something fun with it on live stream. Only take trades in that account while I'm on live, if I think it's the right setup for it. It's gonna be funny if I don't pass that thing though. This thing ended up flushing cleanly. I could have caught 20 cents a move. But again, this is a good sign. I'm gonna play it a little cautious because I've been getting rocked, but it's a good sign that you know, at least retracing back to VWAP. Because what got me last week is some of these moves similar to like SXTP, where it's just like it separates from VWAP so much and it just like never gets back to it. Because that's what's hard as a short seller, because I'm decent at managing my position, adding, cutting, and making it work. But when they separate so much from the moving averages and the VWAP, it's really difficult to manage these positions because they don't give you an opportunity to scale in and out. So that's kind of what I mean about ACTI, HCTI. Like these are easy tickers to trade. Pump, retrace the VWAP, it might pump again, retrace the VWAP, but when they start separating like this, it's difficult to manage. What did NITO end up doing? I got out in the 220s. Yeah, it's still going down. Or got down at still fading. Well, if I don't see anything new here, I'm gonna see if HCTI pops again, and I'll play maybe a retest, $1 something, but hang out a few more minutes. And again, not to beat a dead horse, I've heard this 1,000 times, but my profitability goes down a little after 8:30 till 9:30, so you usually slow it down around this time or completely wrap up. Wonder if SXTP bounces here on the 9, on the 5. It's definitely acknowledging it. But again, just watching. PSQH, it's like, I don't care that I'm 30 million float. This thing is still pushing. Yeah, and just make a mental note of that, guys. If you see Donald Trump's name in some news, and it's like legit, which this seems legit, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't think it's like life-changing news, but let's see, what was it again? Yeah, selects PSQ as chosen digital fundraising platform. I mean, that's pretty significant. We got some 200s coming up here though, but I'm not going to short this one. Let's go, estranged burrito. And for y'all that aren't aware, this is Discord name. I don't just yell burrito when I get excited. Not most days. All right, I'm not seeing much. 1 minute till 8:45. I'll wait, see if there's one last PR, but I'm probably going to wrap up here soon. But thank y'all for being on today. And also, I got a pinned comment. If you want to join the WAP, we trade all day long, exclusive live streams in WAP. We did an after-hours session yesterday and banked on it. I didn't trade that great, but we caught a few decent trades. Patent news, PDSB. I like patent news. It's usually trash. I just don't like patent news at this time usually. But let me get it pulled up regardless. PDSB. No movement. We might be early. I'm not kidding. Stock Titan, this news comes out super quick. But I still don't think it's probably going to pump. People would have already reacted to it by now, I think. There it goes. Boom. Still low liquidity, but I'm going to keep an eye on it, see if it gets a little bit of volume. But I like patent news. It rarely, if ever, holds up. Like when, and just think about it. When's the last time you've seen a stock run on patent news? Like all day. It just usually doesn't happen. Can't wait for Trump to start a prediction market invested in crypto and managed by quant AI and nuclear powered. Yeah. No, we'll full port that news. All right, it looks like it's not gonna move. So again, like I was saying, WAP is in the pinned comment. We got it 50% off for your first month with code VERO. If y'all, most y'all that were on the live stream know why I picked that yesterday. Got caught in a halt down, and many of us caught it. So good stuff. But on that note, guys, I will not be here tomorrow. And again, another reason to join the Discord. Friday, I live stream exclusively in the Discord. But if not, I will see y'all Monday.